everyone, I am the Grammar Bunny. I hope you all learn your grammar well, for I will be judging you.
Good day, children. Many of us speak good English, but do we all speak in grammatically correct English? In today's class, we will be learning about a tiny portion on grammar which will help us speak and write in grammatically correct English. So let's go in. In today's English grammar lesson, we will be looking into what articles are. We will also be looking into the types of articles, their usage in English language, and the places in which we need not use articles. Now, articles are words that describe nouns. So, a noun can be a person, a place, an object, or even an idea. So, a word that appears before a noun is an article. So technically it is also an adjective because it is modifying the noun. Now articles are of two types, children. They can be definite articles or indefinite articles. Now let's learn in detail about definite and indefinite articles. Let's begin with definite articles, children. Now there is only one definite article. It is the. Now, the is the most commonly used word in English language. There are very few sentences which do not use the word the. Now, the word the is used, it is usually preceded, it comes before the noun when the speaker assumes that the listener knows what already is being referred to. So let's look into examples where and when the definite article the can be used. We can use the when we are referring to something that has already been mentioned, something that has been told previously. Say, for example, there is a sentence on Monday, an unarmed man stole jewelry from the store. The thief has not been caught. See, we are using the thief because we have already mentioned about the robbery in the previous sentence. Number two, we also use the when we are referring to something when there is only one of something. In our previous lesson, we referred a lot to the Himalayan mountains. Okay, we kept saying the Himalayas because there is no other Himalayan mountain anywhere else, right? Number three, we also use the when we're referring to something unique, when there is only one of something. Say, for example, it can be a person, it can be a position, it can be an object. Okay? Say, for example, the president will be addressing the nation tonight. So there is only one president for every country known. Number four, we use the when we use words which are of the superlative degree. Say, for example, Mary is the tallest girl in class. So it is tallest is the superlative degree. So before tallest, preceding tallest, we use the word the. We do not use the when we are referring to comparative or positive degrees, only when we refer with superlative degrees. We also use the when we are referring to whole groups of people. Say, for example, the French enjoy eating cheese, or the Japanese are hardworking people, or the Egyptians built the pyramids, and so on. Like we said before, we also we use the when we refer to geographical areas. They can be rivers, they can be mountains, they can be monuments, or any geographical identities. So we can say the Nile. The Nile is the longest river in the world. The Ganges is the most polluted river in the world. The Andes mountain ranges are very beautiful. Say, you understand, children. We also use the when we refer to geographical areas. We use the when we refer to newspapers, when we refer to restaurants, when we refer to sculptures or paintings. Say, for example, consider the sentence, the Mona Lisa is a famous painting which hangs at the Louvre Museum, and the French people enjoy looking at it. So do you see how I've used the in every part of the sentence? Now let's look into the indefinite articles, children. There are two indefinite articles. They are a and an. Okay. Now the usage of these indefinite articles are invariable. That is, their usage depends on the word that it is being used on. Now, before we move further into indefinite articles and their usage, let's understand what vowels and consonants are. So, the English language has 26 letters in them, the alphabet, the English alphabet, in which 5 of them are vowels. You must be knowing this by now. So, they are A, E, I, O, and U. The rest 21 alphabet letters are consonants. So the letters A, E, I, O, U are vowels. The rest of them, the rest 21 letters, the rest of the 21 letters are consonants. Now we use an for all the words that begin with vowels. Say, for example, an apple, an elephant, an igloo, an owl, an umbrella. So any word that begins with A, E, I, O, U has an before it. Now any word that begins with the consonants has an a before it. A car, a pipe, a dog, a truck, a zebra. So you understand, children? Vowels and consonants. There are 5 vowels, there are 21 consonants. So here are some guidelines where a and an can be made use of, children. So we use a when we are referring to something for the first time. So imagine somebody is coming home, and how would we greet them? We would greet them as, so uncle or auntie, would you like a glass of water? Or would you like to have a slice of fruit or any snack? We also use a when we refer to jobs or careers or professions. We say, say for example, Balu is a carpenter, Emily is a dentist, or Mary is a teacher. So you understand, children? We also use a before singular nouns, before words like what or such. Say, for example, what a beautiful day, such a lovely evening, or such a pretty dress. So in places like this, we can make use of a or an accordingly. We don't have to use articles when we are referring to or when we are speaking of things in general. Say you're saying she likes coffee, or you say your mother keeps telling you milk is good for you. So in these are conversations or declarations which are general in nature. Here in these sentences, you don't have to use an article at all. You also don't have to use any article when we are referring to a sport or when we are talking about any games. We also don't have to use articles when we are referring to countries. Say, we don't say the India or we don't say the Russia, right? But we'll have to use the definite article when we are referring to countries which have plural names. Say, for example, our school has an exchange program with the Netherlands. The Netherlands has a plural name, Netherlands. It has a collective name, right? So we refer to it as the Netherlands. We also don't have to use an article when we are referring to abstract or uncountable nouns. So, say for example, honey. Honey is not countable, right? Or cement or paint or grains or sand or stars. These are uncountable or abstract nouns. We don't have to use an article there. Say for example, honey is thicker than water. We don't say the honey is thicker than what the water, because both honey and water are abstract or uncountable nouns. Another example might be paint dries faster than cement. So paint and cement again are abstract nouns. So we are not using articles in them. So these are some of the places in which articles need not be made use of. So that's about the definite and indefinite articles, children. These are the two types of articles. The definite article, which is only the, and the indefinite articles, which are a and an.